welcome or welcome back to this channel. I am the Empress of Fortune. Today we're going to explore how would a tarot reader describe you. I love this topic. I always think it's so fun to be told about myself, so I thought I would go ahead and do a video for you guys. We have 6 piles today. You can check the timestamps in the description box down below. And if you want to know what decks I'm using, I'll list those in the description box as well. Right here, we've got pile 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to let you choose intuitively. If you want to choose with the cards face down, go ahead and pause the video. You can choose now. If you would like to choose with the cards face up, wait just a minute and I'm going to go ahead and turn them over. So it's up to you. But while we're waiting, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on TikTok yet, you can follow me there as well. I'm Empress of Fortune on there as well. So for pile 1, we have kyanite blue, and that says letting go. Although that may not have much to do with your personality. Who knows? It could, for all we know. Kyanite blue for number 1. Pile 2, we've got Praynite. That one says trust. For pile 3, we have Orpiment. Ooh, these are some fun names. I'm still learning about crystals, so excuse me if I say the name incorrectly. Orpiment for pile 3. Pile 4, we have Shatikite. Ooh, and it's so pretty. It looks like the earth. And that says teacher. For pile 5, we have Sunstone. And for pile 6, we've got Diopside. Okay, interesting. That one says Mother Earth. I think I forgot to say Sunstone says empowerment and Orpiment says success. All right, so if you wanted to choose with the crystals, go ahead and pause the video, choose your pile now. You may have descriptors in more than one pile, so feel free to watch multiple piles if you like. I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I will see you at your timestamp below. Bye, see you soon. Hi there, pile 1. If you chose this card, you got the Kyanite blue card, and that card is associated with the throat chakra. It is all about letting go. I almost said letting glow. Maybe you are like in the middle of a glow up right now. Who knows? This crystal, kyanite, it allows for energy to flow powerfully like a strong electrical current. It acts as a medicine. It helps you to let go of dormant emotions, feelings, and any stuck energy in your physical body and in your aura in general. So this card is inviting you to open and receive, and also to surrender everything that no longer serves you in your life. So this card can deepen self-awareness. This crystal expands consciousness and helps to create new opportunities in your life. And it also can help in connecting your voice with free-flowing expression, being a crystal of the heart, the throat chakra. Excuse me, I almost said heart chakra. The throat chakra. So I want you to just remember that we do tend to hold on to old beliefs, ideas, emotions, and feelings, and even experiences throughout our life. And some of those things could actually be baggage that's holding you back. So I want you to learn when it's time to let go of the past, to detach, to release. It could be an old hurt, an old relationship, friendship, job, or even just an old state of mind or an old behavior that is just not serving you anymore. So you can work with this crystal if you choose to. You can also just meditate on it, on the picture if you like. That could be helpful, but it will bring a new and fresh energy into your world once you learn to release. So I'm going to go ahead and get our identifiers from our lip bowl as well. And If the kyanite blue message resonated with you, then that does mean that this is your pile. These are just extra confirmation. So if any of these resonate with you, then that will let you know as well that this is your pile. And if you didn't resonate with the kyanite blue, then maybe something in the bowl will resonate with you. Spirit, who's in pile 1? Who are our viewers in pile 1? We're asking, how would a tarot reader describe pile 1? So who is this pile about? How can they recognize themselves in this pile? How will they know that this pile is for them? There's going to be a lot of people in here. Interesting. That doesn't mean you're not unique, you guys. It may just mean that you share a lot of the interesting qualities with the collective. Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Yep. I knew that last one wanted to come out. All right. So we have... Sorry about that little glare from my candle. We've got Portions for Foxes by Rilo Kiley. So you may know that song, like that song. You might have heard it recently. Swing Swing by the All American Rejects. Interesting. We got like some 2000s alternative. Fall Out Boy. Interesting. I just said we got some 2000s alternative energy. Slow Burn by Casey Musgraves. So a lot of music coming out first things. You might just really love music. Breaking Free by Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens from High School Musical. Okay. Soarin', Flying, Mia Thermopolis. That was the name of the Princess of Genovia. That was Anne Hathaway's character in The Princess Diaries. Wild Thornberries. It's a TV show from Nickelodeon, vintage Nickelodeon. Here's another TV show from semi-vintage Nickelodeon, Katara from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So 2 animated TV shows here. Maybe you're a fan of either of them. Anthony Kiedis, Remy Wolf. So Anthony Kiedis is the lead singer of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Remy Wolf is a solo artist, but she also has a song called Anthony Kiedis. So I wrote them both on the same. We've got Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. So maybe you're a Harry Potter fan, or maybe you saw that movie recently, or somebody was talking about it recently, something like that. We've got Doctor Strange and just Marvel in general. I am not super familiar with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that's what they call it, the MCU. I am not super familiar with it, so I can't really say anything about that. But I'm pretty sure that person, Doctor Strange, is played by Benedict Cumberbatch, I think. Energy by Drake. I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy. Along for the Ride, that is a book by Sarah Dessen that was turned into a movie on Netflix. We've got Blackberries, and that also makes me think of the BlackBerry phone. So you could definitely be like somebody who grew up during the 2000s era. We have Doug, like the TV show, so another vintage Nickelodeon TV show. That was that one with the theme song. Do 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 do. ATVs are those 4-wheelers. The Climb by Miley Cyrus. That was a song from the Hannah Montana movie. Yacht. Uh-oh, why did I just rip that? Just got ripped off. Maybe somebody recently got ripped off in this pile. I don't know. That would suck. I hope not, but that's crazy. So remember, I said if any of these are like familiar to you, or if they resonate with you, if you've heard of them recently, or they're significant in your life somehow, then that could mean that this is your pile. Roller coaster. So you might really love roller coasters. Maybe you rode one recently. Maybe you have an upcoming trip to a theme park or something. Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So that could be your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign, but it doesn't have to be. We've got Sexy Villain by Remy Wolf. So Remy Wolf came out twice. You might be a fan of hers if you know her music. She's wonderful. Bob Marley. Okay. Death Cab for Cutie. Interesting. The lead singer of Death Cab for Cutie and the lead singer of Rilo Kiley like work together sometimes in a different project. Lobster. So maybe you ate lobster, maybe you like lobster. I also say that that reminds me of the show Friends, which I'm not super familiar with, but I know they have something like, they're my lobster or something. I honestly have no idea what that means. Edibles. Bluebird, that could be a literal bluebird, or it could be the song by Miranda Lambert, or like the poem by Charles Bukowski. I've got 4th of July, that's American Independence Day, so like maybe that's like your favorite holiday or something. or maybe like something really important happened to you around the 4th of July. We've got The Departed, that little tiny slip. That's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Matt Damon. The Departed. And Jack Nicholson, I think he's in there too. Satsuma, that's a citrus fruit. Dr. Remy Wolf. There's 3 Remy Wolfs in here. You might like, if you don't know who Remy Wolf is, you might really like her music if you're not familiar. Catfish, the TV show. This also says Neve Schulman and Cammie Crawford. Love Catfish. You could also really just like the catfish as like a food or something. 38, or yeah, that can't be 83. It could just be 38 because the 3 doesn't go backwards. So 38. Maybe that's like your number. Maybe that's your age. Self-date. Interesting. Maybe you took yourself out on a date recently, or you're planning to. Picture by Sheryl Crow and Kid Rock. So that could be your jam. You might like that song a lot. I know a lot of people like to sing that song at karaoke. Nice by Beyonce and Jay-Z. So we just got 2 duets in a row. That's interesting. And then we have Dupe, which could be like, you know how they do like makeup dupes or product dupes on TikTok, and then also Trickster. So like somebody could have like tricked you. I did just say earlier somebody might have gotten ripped off. That's so crazy. Interesting. I hope not, but you never know. Ukraine. Okay. So maybe you have family from Ukraine. Maybe you've recently read about Ukraine, or you've been to Ukraine in the past, or you know, had plans to go there in the future or something. Anyway, we did all of these. I'm going to write these down in my tarot journal. I'm going to go ahead and clear the space, and I will come back with our cards. I'm so excited. I love this topic. How would a tarot reader describe you? Oh, yes, I'm excited to see who's in this pile. I'll see you in a second. Okay, pile 1. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to pick an animal. I already picked out. I didn't pick them like with my eyes. I picked them shuffling, and I haven't looked at them yet. We've got an animal card here from Kim Cran's Animal Spirit deck. Then we've got a couple of like feelings and emotions cards here from my Messages from the Mermaids deck. And then I'm going to pull out this Archetypes deck, and that is going to give us more information about you as a person. So how would a tarot reader describe you? First up, we have Spider. Interesting. So the Spider is meant to be very creative. We did have a lot of music cards show up. So you could yourself be a musician, or you might just really love music. Music could help you concentrate. The Spider is also very planning oriented. They love to plan as they weave their webs. They could be very organized, even if it's like organized chaos. I think that a Spider type person also tends to know generally what they're going for, even though it could come in many different forms. So just like, you know, a spider could eat all types of insects, but they're not going to, you know, eat anything too large for them. You know how to bite off exactly what you can chew, and you're willing to take a lot of different input from different sources, but you also know what to say no to. You could also have really been into Charlotte's Web if you ever read that book or saw that movie. So let's see what kind of, you know, emotions cards we're seeing. We've got Be Spontaneous. Ooh, you could be definitely a spur of the moment type of person. You might like to do a lot of spontaneous adventures, a lot of spontaneous planning. Spiders do tend to take their webs down and then rebuild them every so often. So you could also be the type of person who moves pretty often, or redecorates your house. We've got Contentment. So you could be described as an overall pretty happy person, somebody who really enjoys life, tries to live in the present moment, and just tries to enjoy where they're at. Maybe you are not super into social media right now, or if you do like social media, you tend to post things that make you happy. We've also got Feelings. Oh, that's hilarious. I said we have feelings cards, and this one literally says feelings. So you could be a really emotional person, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I also just thought of that song, In My Feelings by Drake. We did have Energy by Drake come up. So maybe your name is even in that song. That's a possibility. what I am getting from this feelings card is that you tend to feel things pretty deeply. You could also be recovering from maybe a period of having issues with your feelings, and you've kind of sorted that out and you're trying to move forward from that. But you do definitely tend to feel things pretty deeply, especially with how dark the water is here in this feelings card, and then also with this kyanite blue card being pretty dark as well. So I wanted to use this archetypes deck to see how you could be described, and I'm not going to pull any certain number of them. I'm just going to let them come as they will. Spirit, how would a tarot reader describe pile 1? How would Spirit describe pile 1? How can you describe to me pile 1's higher self? All right, let's see. We've got Don Juan. Ooh, I'm not going to take reversals with this deck because I think it just makes things a little too confusing. So I'm just going to take them face value, even though this one did come out in a little bit of a reverse. So it's interesting. I'm thinking about letting go here and the being spontaneous, and what I said about the spider redoing their web every so often. You may be really good at releasing things and at surrendering things. So I know that the kyanite blue message was talking about how we can often let things kind of clutter up our emotions or clutter up our psyche. You might be somebody who really enjoys like donating your stuff, or feeling like it's better to move on from things rather than hold on to them. You might let your feelings come, feel them very deeply, and then let them pass, just like being in a current rather than being in stagnant water. Don Juan, you could be the type of person who really enjoys being in dating situations. This is not necessarily situationships, but you might enjoy having the attention of a lot of people. And you may not have a lot of issues letting go of relationships that you feel like are not right for you. We've got Virgo here. I did get earth signs earlier, so that could be one of your sun signs, moon, rising, Venus. I also heard Taurus just now, which was also another earth sign. What else do we have here? I only like to take the cards that come out face up. So we've got empath. Interesting. We had feelings here. So empath, you definitely could be very in tune with other people's feelings as well with this empath card. What else? Ooh, mother. Oh, mother, she's mothering. Okay, so you could literally be a mother, or you could just be somebody that a lot of people look up to. You might have a lot of really responsible qualities to you. You could be learning how to mother yourself again, reparent yourself again. We've got crone. Interesting, because there is like that triad of the maiden, mother, crone, and we've got 2 of those here. So you could be really into spirituality. You could be a little bit on the older side. The crone energy kind of tends to be a little bit older, but that's not a bad thing because it comes with wisdom. And if you're not a little bit older, you might just be very wise. What else can you tell me about pile 1? Oh, when I'm thinking about mother too, I also mentioned Charlotte's Web, and she was a mother by the end of the story. She had all these little babies that like helped keep Wilbur company after she passed away. The story's been out forever. It's not a spoiler. You should already know. Goddess. Oh my gosh. You definitely carry that goddess energy. You are somebody that everybody is in awe by. They really are like very intrigued by you. They want to know more about you. You might have a lot of people who kind of like worship you a little bit, which right now it seems pretty positive, but you know, that could also mean that people get a little bit fanatical about you, which, you know, sometimes could be scary. What else can you tell me about pile 1, Spirit? Taurus. I knew it. I told you I felt that Taurus energy, and then we also had that Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo come out during the slips. So definitely very like grounded, very grounded. You could spend also a lot of time at home. You might, I did say you might have like a knack for interior decorating. You might really like decorating your house. You might spend a lot of time at home. You could also be like a foodie, a total foodie. I see that. CEO, maybe you dream of starting your own business, or you already have your own business. You could be kind of bossy. That doesn't have to be necessarily a bad thing, but we do have that sense of like knowing how to present yourself. You might really like to dress up, especially with a goddess next to each other, next to CEO. You might really enjoy dressing up, or you could just be generally very attractive. carrying around a lot of powerful energy. We've got Queen. There's that powerful energy again. Queen Mother. Ooh, that reminds me of not only like the British Empire, but also Lady Gaga for some reason. So maybe you like the UK or you like British things. You could be really into the royals. You might just have Queen energy. It also reminds me of Beyonce as well too. So you might really like Beyonce. Yeah, interesting. She also is reminding me of Meghan Markle. So you might be really into Meghan Markle. You could be a huge fan, like I said, of Lady Gaga. We have fire, so there is a possibility for fire signs here. You might have some fire sign energy in you. And then we got earth again. So that earth sign energy is super, super strong. You could have like an earth stellium or a fire stellium. That's where you have a lot of planets that are in the same sign. So you could have like a bunch of planets in Capricorn, a bunch of planets in Sagittarius or something like that. Mystic. Ooh, we got that over here with Crone. So yeah, you could be very into spirituality, very into mysticism. You might be a light worker yourself if you watch this channel. We have Wizard here right next to Mystic. So yeah, you have powerful connection to spirit, powerful connection with magic. And if you haven't practiced magic yet or haven't practiced your connection with spirit, then this could be an invitation for you to begin connecting with spirit. We got star-crossed. So yeah, you might have had some like issues in the past with your relationships, especially since we do have Don Juan here. You could definitely be a player, but it also could be as a result of maybe one really significant relationship in your life that, you know, just didn't work out for whatever reason. The forces were against you. We have Aries here. That's that fire sign energy we were talking about. And so you could be very into fitness. You could be a little bit combative. You might like to argue. You could be very like go get it energy with the CEO as well. So you might really be interested in starting something. It doesn't have to be starting a business necessarily, but you might be very action oriented. What else can you tell me about pile one? Anything else you can tell me about pile one? Who is pile one? Spirit. Anybody else from pile one? Yes. Okay. We got wounded. Yeah, that's that star-crossed that I picked up on. And we also talked about with the kyanite blue, you know, needing to release certain things. So you may have some deep wounds that you have to release from. We've got Aquarius coming up here. So that could be an important sign for you. And femme fatale. Ooh, that is giving me, I was about to say like vampire energy, so maybe you're really into the vampire thing, but you also definitely could just be like a love 'em, leave 'em kind of person. I think that you are secretly a little bit of a lover girl or a lover boy, lover person at heart, since we do have this feelings card here. But you are very content within yourself with the contentment card here, so you don't have any issues of playing the femme fatale part or the Don Juan part. You don't have any problems being in your villain era. We did get sexy villain from Remy Wolf. Sexy villain, not the hero. I'm the West Coast Bob De Niro. Oh, go listen to that song if you don't know it. We got Old Soul. Yeah, you definitely are the type of person, especially with Crone here and Mother here, like you're very, very wise. You may have been here before. You could be one of those people who everybody turns to for advice. You might like a kind of quieter life. You could have definitely had your party days at a certain point, especially with this fire sign energy here. But I think now you're much more stable and you're trying to just develop your relationships with other people and develop relationship with yourself. That is helping you to heal some of these wounds, especially with all this homey energy. You could identify as more of like a homebody now. We've got water, so we have all of these signs here. The only one that hasn't come out was air. So, you know, whenever we say signs, I feel like as tarot readers, it's like it can be helpful, but sometimes I always wonder if it's like too much, especially if they're like, oh, this is a reading for like all these 6 signs. Like that's half the zodiac, like calm down, right? But water did come out. We did have these mermaids here, and I talked a lot about like the feelings. So it doesn't necessarily have to be water signs, which would be Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. It might just be like you really like water. You could be really, really into water. With earth, You might like gardening, you might like being outside, you might be really into nature. With fire, maybe you are like one of those people who does fire hooping or fire batons, or you could be like a pyro or something. You know, it doesn't have to be like the horoscope or the astrological signs necessarily. So with water, maybe you really like swimming, or you live near the water or something like that. What else? Friend. Oh, you're a really good friend. That's definitely something that I'm picking up here, especially with like the mother energy, the goddess energy, queen energy. This is not something where you feel like you are in the empath as well, which I forgot to say, but it's not something where you feel like you have to one up other people. It's more of you being able to really just feel what they're feeling and see what's going on and help them. And then we got victim. That's interesting that it came out right above wounded. So yeah, you might have had a negative experience in the past that you're still trying to heal from. But I definitely think that it has made you even more empathic and an even better friend. I'm going to go ahead and stop with those cards right here. And I'm going to see if anything else comes to me. Let's see. Do I have enough space? I think so. Interesting. I wish that I had a little more space. Maybe I should clear off some stuff. Maybe I should let go of some my knickknacks. Yeah, be spontaneous is definitely letting me know that you like to go with the flow, especially with that water card right there. And then we have old soul next to contentment. I think you're really like pleased with the direction that your life is going. I think that you enjoy, you know what you like and what you don't like. It's kind of what I was saying earlier about the spider. Like, you know how much you can bite off and how much you can chew. You know what you like and what you don't like. And these two cards, like the way that they're both kind of sitting and looking is a little bit similar. It's making me feel that. We've got a similar look here too with the femme fatale. So yeah, I think you, as much as you are empathetic to other people, you also don't necessarily care. I don't want to say about hurting people's feelings, because I think that you don't want to hurt people's feelings, but you also know that sometimes you might need to give people like the blunt truth if necessary. And sometimes you are a little bit, I don't want to say that the word is not harsh. I'm not thinking about that word harsh. It's like you're more, you care a lot about your own pleasure. And with that Don Juan card and the femme fatale card here, like you are willing to do kind of what it takes to, you know, to get yours is what I'm going to say, to get yours, whether that's in the bedroom or elsewhere, but mostly in the bedroom, I think. But yeah, very like sensual energy here. And with the femme fatale, it's not necessarily a negative thing. I think that you just, you know, spiders, they can be friendly and spiders can be poisonous, right? So sometimes you can be, you have your toxic moments. I think we all do. But at the end of the day, you know how to stand in your power, and that's what the femme fatale, the queen, and the goddess, and the crone all do, and the mother as well, and the CEO too. So you are a super, super, super powerful person. Whether that power is like purely internal, or if you actually have power over other people, maybe like in your workplace or in your regular day-to-day life. And I think that because you know what it's like to have been a victim in the past, you are really, really in tune with other people's feelings, and like you have a sense of equity around other people. And you also recognize like the magic in life and the everyday magic that can occur in life. I think that's such a beautiful thing. We've got that wizard, that mystic, and the crone here. So you are really, really in tune with the earth, with the cycles of the earth. And I think that's just like a really, really beautiful thing. And you're also just like stunningly, stunningly beautiful. Oh, we love that. We love that. Food could definitely be like the way to your heart with this Taurus card here. She's just like covered with all kinds of food. So you could really, like I said, be a foodie. You might like to go out to different restaurants, or you might really enjoy cooking. What else? What else am I seeing here? You could really like the color blue. That might be one of your favorite colors, or it might be a color that you look really good in, because we've got so much blue here. Not only did we have that with our first card, but it's here, 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 here. There's here, here, and all of the mermaid cards. Yeah, there's a lot of blue going on here too, so interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and leave your reading here. I hope that that resonated with you. You are so powerful. I am so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome, pile 2. If you chose the Prehnite crystal, then this is going to be your reading. So Prehnite is a crystal that is for the heart chakra. It is soft, it's gentle with its energy, and it allows you to open up for deep healing of the heart. It allows you to learn how to trust yourself and learn how to trust others. So if you suffer from trust issues, this could be a great crystal for you. It's like a deep way to connect with Mother Earth. It supports rebuilding trust in your relationships. It encourages you to believe in yourself and your dreams, and it activates your heart wisdom. So if you are here in this reading, then it's time to trust yourself and know that you're going to make the right choices for your highest good and for the highest good of everybody around you. If you've been experiencing any unsettling issues around trust or unresolved hurts or betrayals, then this could be a really good stone for you, or this could be a really good reading for you to learn how to trust yourself again. So this is all about deep healing of the heart and allowing light and love to flow through you as you step out on faith and trust, both of yourself and of others. So we're going to do another little energy check just to see who's going to be in this pile. So if that resonated with you, then this is your reading. But I'm also going to do some of our slips, our identifiers here. If you didn't resonate with the message from the Prehnite, that's okay. You may still find that you resonate with some of the slips. All right, let's see. While I'm doing this, who's in pile 2, Spirit? While I'm doing this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you're not following me on TikTok yet, you can follow me over there at Empress of Fortune. I do just little different daily readings. They're not pick a cards. They're very different from what I do here on YouTube. Spirit, who's in pile 2? Who's in pile 2? Anybody else in pile 2? No. Okay. All right. Oh, we got one stuck to my pen. All right, let's see. This is a much smaller group than pile 1. There's a lot of people in pile 1. We had Silicon Valley, that TV show on HBO, or you could like live in Silicon Valley in California. That could be like the Bay Area in general could be really important to you. Poppy seed bagel. I just said bay and then we had bagel. Interesting. Fish food. That is a flavor of ice cream by Ben & Jerry's. We've got Chateau Marmont Hollywood. So a little bit of like California energy coming through with Silicon Valley and Hollywood. West Africa, so Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin. I'm going to add Togo to that list. So if any of these have like shown up in your life recently or they're significant to you somehow, then that can mean that this is for you. So piano, you might play the piano. You might have just heard somebody talking about the piano recently, seen something about the piano like earlier today. I randomly saw this TikTok where this girl was saying like, oh, I was buying this piano, like I have this piano here and I'm going to buy a new piano, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's random. I don't know why I saw that TikTok because it only had like 3 likes on it. So it was on my For You page though. So that's just a little example. Oklahoma. Maybe you're from there, you have family there. Maybe you've considered moving there, or you recently passed through there. Or I also think Oklahoma is the name of a like a musical or something. So maybe you're familiar with that. Tupac, Keep Your Head Up. More California energy. That LA energy. Marilyn Monroe, which is also a song by Nicki Minaj. But of course that could just be the iconic actress Marilyn Monroe. Set It Off, Queen Latifah. I'm telling you, that LA, California energy is so strong here. Set It Off is a movie starring Queen Latifah set in LA where they do like a bank robbery. Aang, Avatar The Last Airbender, and then also I put ATLA, so more LA here, but Aang, he's the main character, he's the Avatar. the Avatar. Car trouble. So maybe you recently had car trouble. Maybe you like watched a movie where car trouble was part of the plot or something. I don't know. Usman from 90 Day Fiancé. He's from Nigeria. So that West Africa is coming through here too. Yin Yang Twins. It's a hip hop duo from Atlanta. Please Don't Leave Me by Pink. It's a song. Love that song. And Yellow Jackets. That's a show. I believe it's on Showtime. All right. So if any of these are familiar to you, or if they've shown up in your life recently, or if they have some sort of significance to you, then that means that this could be your pile. All right, guys. I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal. I'm going to get our cards, and I will be right back. All right, pile 2. So I did pre-pull a couple of cards. We've got an animal spirit card here and 2 kind of like feelings and emotions cards here. And then once we go through those, I'm going to use this archetypes deck to describe you some more. So let's see, what animal could represent you? We've got the buffalo. Ooh, so you give me like very sturdy, very stable energy here. This is like, you could chew really slowly, you might eat really slowly. Shout out to all my slow eaters in the building. You could be kind of hairy. That doesn't mean like you have body hair all over, but maybe you're really proud of your hair. You might have just a lot of hair in general. Your hair could be really long. If you are somebody who has a beard, maybe you take a lot of pride in your beard, or you might have like a really long beard or something like that. You might have a larger nose. You could have really like deep, really soulful eyes. Okay, buffalo energy. I love that. This also is like make me think of Buffalo, New York, of course, as well too. And that movie Buffaloed, starring Zoe Dutch, I think is her name. Anyway, so yeah, buffalo energy. Let's go ahead and see if I can tell you guys a little bit more about the buffalo. Oh, I don't have like the book around me, but from what I remember, it is a very, very heavy, very spiritual energy. This buffalo is very patient. They are sometimes like immovable. Once they make a decision, they will not necessarily move from it. Not necessarily in a stubborn way, but I think more in like a wise way of, you know, this is like the path of least resistance, and it feels good, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. It feels just very sturdy and very solid. I did mention patience, so you could be a very patient person. You know what it means to wait for things, and we do have this like lightning in the back of the card here, so I think that you also could be prone to like inspiration. Like when inspiration strikes, you might have like really great ideas. You might also be very quiet. You might not be the type of person to share your ideas with a lot of people or share your thoughts and opinions with a lot of people. I mentioned the whole like chewing thing earlier, so you might be the type of person to chew on things for a while, like chew on ideas for a while before enacting them. So you could move a little bit slowly in life, in love, in everything. And with trust and the trust issues here that we got before with the pray night, I am not surprised. Would not be surprised if you did kind of take it slower in certain aspects of your life. But you do seem like the buffalo energy feels like so trustworthy. It feels like it's like deeply just good, like deeply understanding. Someone who observes a lot, likes to watch and observe, and is not going to jump to judgments super quickly because they like to kind of see how everything goes. So we got letting go here. Interesting. And we have light. That's so funny because I was talking about how it's like a heavy energy with the buffalo, and the buffaloes also make me think of that quote where they're like, oh, what was it? Like walk lightly and carry a big stick or something. I don't really know. But it just like makes me think of like when you're in the room, people know you're there. Like they can feel your energy there. Whether you are extroverted or not, I don't really think that matters, but you are like a presence. Okay. With letting go and with light here, I think that you might like to travel light. If you do travel, you don't like to bring a whole bunch of stuff with you. I think that you are good at releasing things and releasing people. It might be easy for you to do that because you may have had trust issues in the past, and so you kind of just like let people and things come and go. And like I talked about with the observation aspect of the buffalo, you are not super quick to rush to judgment, so you kind of will like let things, whenever somebody does something, you're not super quick to like ascribe it to their personality. You're kind of just like, okay, all right, I'm gonna continue to just watch and observe and let them do what they do, and I'm not going to, you know, stick this one thing that I saw them do on them forever. I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna let it pass. With light here, I definitely do feel like you can light up a room. Like I talked about your energy, everybody knows that you're there. I think that you also do prefer to keep your relationships with people on the lighter side, maybe a little bit more superficial. It could also be because of the trust issues thing. And I do think that you have a very focused energy about you with the light here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get our archetypes cards. Pile 2, you're so interesting. All right, let's see. Spirit, who's in pile 2? Tell me about pile 2. Who's in pile 2? All right, we have Mystic. All right, so you could have some interest in mysticism. We've got Trickster. Ooh, maybe you like to do pranks, or you like those prank shows or something. You could also be like into just like clowning around, making jokes. That might be like you like to like make light of situations. So you could be like very into jokes, joking. Maybe you're like a class clown type of person, type of situation. What do we get here? Victim. Interesting. So yeah, definitely with that trust issues situation, I do feel like people may have victimized you in the past. There could have been like bullying or something involved in the past, and maybe you like learned to make jokes as a way to kind of take the target off your back. Famous. Ooh, okay, pile 2. We did not get a lot of identifiers from the bowl. So like I said, this is probably like a smaller group, so you might have some like level or degree of fame to you, maybe even if it's just like locally or hometown. You could be like a stand-up comedian, or you might have dreams of going to Hollywood or something, because we did have so much LA energy in these slips. So maybe you've dreamed of being famous in the past. Maybe you know, could have like a lot of followers or something. It's reminding me of that guy Mario on TikTok. I don't remember his last name, but he's got the mustache. Beauty. Oh, look at you, you're beautiful. Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet. You might have really long hair. Both of these have long hair, so it could be blonde or dark. Or even like a afro style or big and puffy, that kind of thing. But we've got a lot of like long hair in this. I even mentioned, I said earlier with the buffalo, you might have really long hair, long beard, or you could be really hairy. All right, we've got intuitive. That's like with that mystic. Definitely your intuition is like always on point, but you do kind of take a long time to make judgments about people. Like I said before, you know, you take in a lot of energy about a lot of information about others, but a lot of that is using your intuition and observation. Empath. Okay, so you definitely like to see how other people are feeling, and you can tell pretty easily what people are feeling just by their energy. Air, so that can be air signs, or you might be really into like the mountains. I just heard like mountain air, that kind of thing. You might not like humid environments, or you could be an air sign or have a lot of air sign energy in your chart. We got buffalo here is like an earth sign, so you may have earth sign energy in your chart too. Dancer. Ooh, maybe you're a famous dancer. Reminds me of Jennifer Lopez, the Jenny on the Block. Dancer, you could just love to dance. You don't have to be a famous dancer to be in this pile. You might just really love to dance, or you might like watching Dancing with the Stars or something. CEO, interesting. So definitely getting like powerful energy here. A couple of these came out in pile 1. Which ones came out in pile 1? Mystic, Victim, and CEO and Empath came out in pile 1. But they had like a lot of like power cards, whereas yours is more like a quiet power. Wallflower. See, that's exactly what I was saying. It's more like a quiet power, or you like to watch, you like to observe and see what happens. So even like when you go dancing, you might spend a little bit of time on the wall, but once you get comfortable, you're like, I'm in it, and I'm gonna shake my groove thing. Shake my groove thing. I don't know why I just said that. Sage. Okay, so you're super wise. You could really be into knowledge, being very smart. Maybe you really like the show like Jeopardy or something. Yeah, you might really enjoy trivia. You might sage your home pretty often with Mystic here, so you could be really into that kind of practice. Libra, we did get air sign energy, so you might have a lot of Libra in your chart. We've got Crone. Okay, so yeah, more of that like mystical energy is coming through. So lots of wisdom here. You may know like a lot of like the old ways of doing things. You could be into like vintage stuff, or I'm thinking right now for some reason about this book that I have called like How to Clean Practically Anything. I don't think that I've actually ever taken any of the advice in there or really looked at it for advice, but you could be into kind of like old wives remedies, or like remedies from the old country or whatever, when it comes to like illnesses or cleaning or blah blah blah. King. Okay, interesting. We've got King and CEO. So like I said, it's more of like a quiet power that I see with you. You definitely know how to rule the energy in the room, as I mentioned before, but you're not going to boss everybody around. Okay. The first pile was definitely very bossy energy. This is more of like I am like a lion on Pride Rock, and I'm gonna just watch everything the light touches is mine, and I don't have to tell people that. You're like a Simba, you know, you're not like a Mufasa, you're like a Simba. Okay, but you didn't have to necessarily like run away from your responsibilities. I do think you're pretty responsible, but you're just chiller about it. You're just like more chill. Anything else for pile 2 to describe pile 2? Okay. We got femme fatale. Interesting. And then we got secret love. Ooh. Okay, so that could be like a secret crush. That could be that you are actually like in a secret relationship. When femme fatale came out, I kind of was like, all right, it's that energy of like you want what you want and you don't really care if you have to hurt somebody in order to get it. Which, that does sound kind of bad when I say it like that, but it's not like the worst thing in the world, I guess. So you might have a secret love. This could be like an affair or something like that. But I do think that you believe in commitment. You believe in justice with Libra here. And with Sage, you like are mature enough to know, you know, when something's right and when something is wrong. Okay. I do think you kind of prefer to stay in the shadows with secret love and wallflower here. You're not one, even if you are a person that people notice, even if you're a person who is easily felt in the room, you do like to keep things private. So you're very into your privacy. You know, you're not going to go around telling everybody every single thing about you. As I said before, the observant is just like it keeps coming back, it keeps coming up. And also you could have trust issues because you had a secret love in the past, like maybe somebody was kind of keeping you a secret from their friends and their family, and that really bothered you. And you like wanted to, you know, meet everybody. You wanted to be famous in their eyes, you know, you wanted to know all their friends and their family, but they might have kept you in like a secret position, kind of. Oh, I'm not sitting here feeling bad for anybody. I don't want anybody to think that, but I just know how it feels to have, you know, your trust broken. We've got Earth, so that's definitely that stable energy that I got before. And we got Lover. Yeah, you're definitely like a lover person, lover girl, lover boy. That lover energy is so strong. I think that you're the type of person who like ideally would want to, I was about to say like shout your love from the rooftops. You are very private, but you also want people to know like who your boo is, who your bae is. You might keep your relationship details private, but you don't want to be hidden. You don't want somebody to put you on the wall. Like I'm hearing like nobody puts baby in the corner, right? From Dirty Dancing. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. And especially with you being like this light energy, I think you're really fun to be around. I did say earlier, class clown, you might have like all the jokes. Yeah, and with CEO, you know where you're going. You have like you have a plan, I think, for your life, and you know how to execute that plan, okay? No matter what kind of trickster energy you may run into or what kind of trickster energy you might bring to the table, you do have a really serious side to you with this buffalo, this CEO here, this king energy here. You've got a very serious side to you. And I think that people appreciate that about you just as much as they appreciate the lighter side. I think that you might tend to shut people down before you really give them a chance, before you give them a chance to get to know you, or before you get a chance to get to know them. You're very observant, you're watching everybody, but you are not necessarily super quick to engage with them. So you might be the type of person who like stayed, like you could be really close to your family, you could have like stayed in your hometown for a really long time, and you're just kind of like, well, I've seen it all, you know, I've seen people come, I've seen people go, I've seen people try to change, I've seen people who have grown, and I'm just kind of sitting here waiting to see what happens next. And I'm not going to take things too seriously because I know how change functions in the world, and sometimes it's better to let things go, let people be who they are, than it is to try and like hold on to some idea that I have of them, you know. You just might be really, really good on the dance floor. I heard that song, I Bet That You Look Good on the Dance Floor, by Arctic Monkeys. Okay, so yeah, all right, pile 2, I'm gonna go ahead and leave your reading here. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, please leave me a comment down below, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Bye. Welcome, 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 pile 3. If you chose the orpiment crystal, then that means that this is going to be your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's get into it. The orpiment crystal is related to your sacral chakra, and it helps you to drive yourself towards success. It does say success right here on the card. So anything that you put your energy and your attention into, it can work with fire especially, so you may be really into using candles or candle magic to help give you a deeper sense of focus, strength, and self-embodiment. Just feeling like your truest and most authentic self, okay? I absolutely love that for you. This crystal is really good for manifesting. It can help you to connect with new projects and ideas. It gives you that very strong warrior energy, giving you the courage to like go out and live your best life. And it helps you to hold your focus and make your intentions really, really clear and positive. You can even renew your commitment to yourself through working with this crystal. Okay, I love that for you. So this is all about not wasting any energy on things that are going to be unsuccessful for you, and just trusting and knowing that you're going to be blessed with a really great outcome, okay? Sometimes you kind of have to let go of like the little details and just move forward in whatever you're trying to do with the bigger vision in mind. And this crystal is here to remind you to just let success blossom. And also, whenever you do receive your blessings, to of course be grateful for them. All right, guys, so if that was something that resonated with you, then this could definitely be your reading. I'm also going to do our little identifiers bowl just to give you some extra confirmation that this is in fact your pile. If that didn't resonate with you, then you may find your confirmation in here. So Spirit, who's in pile 3? Who's in pile 3? Who are our people in pile 3? Who is this reading for? Pile 3, Spirit. We're doing how would a tarot reader describe pile 3? Let's see who's in this reading, who's in this group. So as always with these slips, if any of them resonate with you, if any of them are significant in your life somehow, if any of them have shown up recently in your life, then that means that this is your reading. Could be a reading. We got waterbenders. That's so interesting. There's been something from Avatar in every single group so far. I don't even think I have like 6 things from Avatar in that bowl, so I don't know if it could be for every single group, but waterbenders, interesting. Uninvited by Mallrat. That's a song. Mallrat is an Australian pop artist. We've got air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that could be in your big three, your sun, moon, rising. And it also could be in your Venus, could be any of those signs. Mississippi, so maybe you have family from Mississippi, maybe you are from Mississippi, maybe you passed through there recently, or you saw the word Mississippi recently, or heard about something about Mississippi recently. Zac Brown Band, Colder Weather, a little country music vibe. Breakfast at Tiffany's, so that's a movie starring Audrey Hepburn. Could be like your favorite movie, maybe you saw it recently, maybe somebody talked about it recently. Maybe even like you saw Audrey Hepburn or something in something recently. Endings, Beginnings. That's a movie starring Shailene Woodley. Splinter by Spilltab. Cinna from The Hunger Games. He was a fashion designer in The Hunger Games. Shanghai, of course, that's a city in China. And then also that's a song by Nicki Minaj. Bang Bye. Pop pills, nice Shanghai. Okay. Jamaica. All right. So maybe you're like planning a trip to Jamaica or something. You went there recently. Your family could be Jamaican. Signs by Snoop Dogg, Justin Timberlake, and Charlie Wilson. It's a song. I'm not sure on what I see. Black Hole Sun. I almost said Black Hole Song. Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Nick Miller. He's a character from New Girl. Company by Drake featuring Travis Scott. It's a song. The number 10, so that could be like October. 10 could be your lucky number. You might be seeing 1010. You might be born on the 10th. There could be 10 people in your family. You could live in apartment number 10, anything like that. When I look to the sky by Train, when I look to the sky, something tells me you're here with me. Amber, that's a song by 311. It's also just a name. There were a couple Ambers on Love is Blind, so maybe you're like a fan of those people. Anne Hathaway, speaking of being a fan, very famous actress. Dorito Loco Tacos from Taco Bell. Sex and the City. It's a show on HBO. God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You by NSYNC. And finally, Las Vegas. A little bit of West Coast energy in here. All right, so if any of these things have shown up in your life recently, or maybe somebody was talking about them, you might have heard them, they could be somehow important or significant to you, that means that this could be your reading. All right, I'm going to go write these down in my tarot journal, and then I will be back with the cards. See you in a second. All right, pile 3. I pre-pulled a couple cards for us, 3 to be exact, and then we are going to use our archetypes deck to get into your personality a little bit more. Sorry, I just suddenly got really thirsty. Had to drink some water. Okay, let's get into it. So we have an animal spirit card right here, and then 2 feelings cards from our mermaids deck. And this is Cheetah. Ooh, okay, fire sign energy. I did say earlier that like working with fire could be really, really good for you with this orpiment here. So you might be like into running. You could just be into anything cheetah print. You might have like a wild streak about you for sure. Love that. Interesting. You could be into like doing things really quickly, like just like really fast movement. We got breaking free here. Yeah, it just makes me think of like if you were on the track team or something, not saying that you were, but you could have been. It just makes me think of like when the gun goes off and it's like everybody breaks out into running, right? And we got move forward. Ooh, okay. So you might be like actually planning a move. You might be planning on getting out of your current situation and you're like, I'm trying to get out of here as fast as I can. That could be your energy. Or you could just be somebody who like always keeps your eyes on the prize and always wants to constantly move forward. It's making me think of in Finding Nemo when Dory's like, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. So yeah, okay, interesting. Let's see. I'm also noticing that like this card here, like this is not really like a mermaid. He's got legs. It's like the king has got legs, right? So yeah, I just think that's kind of funny. So you might really be into like working on your legs. Like I said, you could really be into running or something like that, but like maybe you know, don't ever skip leg day in the gym. You might just have really nice and beautiful legs. People might talk about your legs a lot as one of like the most beautiful parts of your body. Interesting. You could have freckles. Okay. I'm definitely getting a lot of legs because we also have an octopus here, and like octopi are known for having lots of tentacles, and tentacles are kind of like legs, right? So yeah, okay, legs. Okay, maybe that was like a nickname people gave you. Maybe you're really good at jumping or something. I don't know. I'm just getting that energy. All right, Spirit, tell me about pile 3. Who's in pile 3? What kind of person is pile 3? We've got intuitive. Okay, so you could be really in tune with your intuition, and you might get like really quick intuitive downloads with this cheetah here. Things might come to you really, really fast. What else can you tell me about pile 3, Spirit? We just got some cards that flipped over. Where are they? See, I was going too fast just now. We got lover. Ooh, okay, so you could be very skilled in the boudoir, the bedroom area. Okay, all right. I just heard like you might really enjoy kissing. Old soul. Definitely with this like king, I'm gonna call him King Triton, even though there's like no indication that he's really King Triton. This King Triton energy is like definitely like old soul. You're like very wise. You could be kind of like dominant. Okay, the cheetah is one of the highest predators on the food chain. Okay, so you could be like a very dominant energy, especially when it does come to bedroom activities. Okay, we got air, so that's like air signs. Didn't we get air signs? Yes, we did. We did get air signs. Aries, Leo, sorry, not Aries. I'm thinking about the fire signs from here. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius are the air signs. So you could have that, or you might just really like love fresh air. You might like being outside. I talked about running. You could love like the feeling of wind flowing through your hair. It doesn't have to be specifically with running. It just might be like you love to catch a nice breeze, right? That could be something. Air dancer. Okay, so you might love to dance. I just heard loves music, loves to dance. That is the name of a mystery novel by Mary Higgins Clark, I think. So you could be really into like mysteries and stuff. And or like if you're watching a mystery or like a horror or something, or now I'm thinking about Bailey Sarian and she can't say the word horror. Anyway, if you're watching something like that, like a mystery, you might be really good at guessing who the culprit is because you're so intuitive. So that's funny. I got Medusa. Ooh, turning people to stone. Interesting. So yeah, that powerful energy here, and Scorpio. So some water sign energy came through as well. So yeah, you might have like what they call the resting bitch face, RBF. You could have that. Even if you are a person who identifies as male, you could still have that. You might be the type of person who looks a little bit unfriendly, or maybe you're like moving so fast that people don't really feel like they get a chance to like get to know you or to talk to you. We have Lilith. Okay, dark feminine energy, and this could apply to somebody who identifies as masculine as well. You could be just in your dark feminine energy, like burn it all down and let's start over. You could be like trying to start a revolution or something. You could be very into like making progress in social justice or something like that. Yeah, okay, all right. What else? We've got addict. Interesting. So yeah, you might have either in the past or possibly currently been really into substances, or you might just have an addictive personality. Like I keep going back to the running thing because I know that they call about like a runner's high, and I'm just like really getting that energy right now. So you could be like really into the runner's high. It doesn't have to be substance induced or anything like that, but I definitely think that you have like a pattern or a routine or a ritual or something that you indulge in quite a bit. Okay, could be healthy or it could be unhealthy. Like maybe you're addicted to karaoke. I am, not to bring myself into this reading, but like it could be something kind of innocent, right? It doesn't have to be anything terrible. Gypsy soul. Gypsy soul makes me think of like moving a lot. So you might move often, especially with like moving forward, breaking free. Cheetah here. You might be kind of like a nomadic type of spirit. You might like to move around. What else can you tell me about pile 3? Star-crossed. Interesting. So yeah, you might have had like a love situation in the past, especially since we do have lover here, a love situation in the past that kind of felt like all the odds were against you. Maybe it worked out regardless, maybe it didn't, but interesting, interesting. Or you might kind of feel sometimes like your goals are a little bit, not like unattainable, but there's things that are like working against you to keep you from your goals. You might feel like something's like always chasing you. Trickster and Famous just came out. I just got that song, Somebody's Watching Me. Who is that by? I don't remember. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I have no idea. I don't know who that song is by. Interesting. And it doesn't have to be creepy or like stalkery or anything, but you could definitely be running from something, okay? You might be on the run. You could be a fugitive. I'm thinking now about that show Bad Vegan, where that girl Sarma was like on the run with her husband Anthony. Oh, if you haven't seen that yet, you definitely should go watch it. It was very entertaining. But yeah, oh, this is also giving me the idea of like being famous for like not the wrong reasons, but yeah, I'm getting Sarma here because it's like Anthony was able to trick her into giving him a whole bunch of money, and she had to go on the run with him. They were definitely star-crossed lovers for sure. Okay, yeah, I don't know why this like coming through so strongly, but she ended up becoming famous from the Netflix series. Yeah, it's called Bad Vegan. If you haven't seen it, I was entertained. That's what I'll say. Earth sign. So this could be about being really in tune with the earth. It could be about having earth sign energy in your chart. That's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. You could be really in tune with money. You might have a good financial sense. Okay, I don't want to say like grounded, even though earth sign energy is usually pretty grounded, but I think that you are pretty reliable. I'll say that. Pretty reliable in terms of your habits and things like that. I think you could be pretty predictable, might be the right word. Mystic, interesting. Speaking of predicting things, we have this lady here with her crystal ball. So like I said, you might get a lot of intuitive downloads that come pretty quickly to you. And you could be pretty accurate, or you could just be into spirituality in general. Extrovert. Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah, I think that you're the type of person who people want to know where the party is. Like, they're going to come find you. They're going to ask you, what's going on tonight? Where's the party at? What's happening this weekend? Do you know? Okay, all right, interesting. Cancer. So that's supposed to be... Sorry, I thought I just heard something. That was weird. That's supposed to be the, I definitely did just hear something. But you know what? It's fine. It's supposed to be the astrological sign. Sorry, guys. I'm trying not to freak myself out. That's supposed to be the astrological sign, Cancer. But it also could... It just made me think of sickness as well, too. We've got two... water sign energies here, Cancer and Scorpio, so you might have some of either of those in your chart as well. Player. Okay, so we've got in this deck both Player and Don Juan, and Player is like a less serious type of energy, like very playful. This is like gambling, casino. As you can see, you know, she's at the casino here playing the roulette wheel, so you might be the type of person who likes to take a risk, especially with like moving forward. And what was that? Breaking free with the cheetah card. Like, you might not mind taking a risk because you might know like you're going to be successful regardless with this Orpiment card here. You're like, I'm not going to worry too much about the little details. I'm just going to think about the bigger things and just like know that it's all going to work out for me. You could just be like a really optimistic person. I got Clinger. Okay, interesting. And Vampire. So it was interesting that I just had the whole thing of like, I thought I just heard something. What is that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty sure it was just dripping water or something somewhere. But You could have a degree of paranoia when I did say somebody's watching me earlier. And then also it might be that like your paranoia is kind of justified, because you could have people who are like really clingy around you, people who like to kind of siphon off your energy, especially if you are the type of person who's like the life of the party. People really want to, I don't want to say like use you, but they really rely on you in terms of that kind of thing. So, clinger and vampire, I would not be surprised if you had a lot of energy vampires around you. Sometimes you might be into the whole vampire thing. Maybe you like vampire stuff. Who knows? Anything else, Spirit? We got crone here. So that's like a wise old witch type of person. So you could just be very wise. I feel like I keep saying this, but like you're just in the know. You know stuff. You know things. The things that happen, like you move really quickly. You might like spread word really fast. You could be like a promoter of some kind. We've got Capricorn here. I did say you were good with money. Good with money. And we have crone on top of old soul. Yeah, you definitely have like so much old wisdom. And like I said, you might like doing things like the olden way. So like even if you were like a promoter, you might be the type of person who prefers to like put up flyers or do things like word of mouth rather than, or like send out a mass text rather than like post on social media or something like that. Anything else, Spirit, about pile 3? No. Okay, let's see what else. What other energy am I getting? I'm going to move some of these around a little bit. Give myself just a little bit more space. Ooh, interesting. Yeah, you could have somebody who has like a really clingy crush on you, or a lot of people tend to get really clingy crushes on you. This doesn't have to be like stalker energy, but it could be. Interesting. Interesting. I'm definitely, I don't know why that promoter energy is coming through so hard. Like obviously that's like not most people's job, but with dancer here, I'm just thinking of like, you know, you really, you know where to go. Like if people want to go out and dance, if people want like the best restaurants, or they want to know like what's the latest hot spot or the trendiness, you have trendsetter energy. Okay, this is like trendsetter for sure. And you're always just looking for a good time. You're always looking for a good time. You make people feel at home. You're really good at talking to random people, anybody and everybody. You could just, like I said, be really well known in your town or in your industry. People might know you. And if that's the case, then I think that you might be looking to like break free from some of these things. Like you might not want to be known for only one thing, or you might be like, I'm tired of being a big fish in a small pond. Let me, you know, go be a fish in a bigger pond. Okay. Yeah, you could hang around with people who really enjoy indulging in substances, even if you are not the type of person to do that. You might be, but you know, I want to include everybody on here, and there's lots of people who do those things and lots of people who don't do those things. So you might hang out with people who do those types of things, or like I said, you might have just found another outlet for it that you kind of got addicted to. Like I'm thinking about that movie Party Monster with all like the club kids in New York, that kind of thing. Interesting. I think that you could be really connected to the moon with like Mystic here in Cancer. You might really love the moon. You might be the type of person who's like always like, oh my god, look at the full moon, everybody, or like look at the crescent moon, everybody. Oh, it's making me think of that time on New Girl where Schmidt was trying to sneak Cece into the loft, and he sent everybody a text like, there's a crescent moon out tonight, guys. And they all went to go like look at the crescent moon on the roof or through the window or whatever. They're like, why do we care about this again? And like, I don't know. So you could just be really into the moon for whatever reason. Oh, that's so funny. I said Schmidt. This guy looks a lot like Schmidt. And we did get Nick from New Girl on our slips as well too. That's so funny. So with Schmidt being here, you could be into marketing. Maybe that's why I was saying promoter, because marketing and promoter are like kind of like the same thing. So you might work in marketing or something like that. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey there, pile 4. If you chose this Shadakite crystal card, then this is going to be your reading. It does say teacher on the bottom, so you could like literally be a teacher. But this crystal is all about learning the lessons of the soul, learning the lessons of life, knowing that you and your experiences are often the best teachers that a person can have. And it is connected to the heart, the throat, and the crown chakras, okay? So it offers very powerful healing, and it encourages you to connect with your teaching spirit guides as well. You may step onto the path of teacher, or you may have recently found somebody who can help guide you like a teacher, but the main purpose of this is to help you to figure out your own inner guidance. So you might be seeing like a lot of synchronicities lately, receiving some signs or just hunches, or having like an inner knowing about things lately. And if so, then this is a sign to go ahead and trust that. This can open your heart and allow you to share wisdom from a really deep place of love as well with other people. And it connects you to the divine wisdom of the universe. So Shadakite, that's a fun crystal. I had never really heard of it before. Okay, pile 4, let's see what the slips are. We are going to use this to double confirm for you that this is in fact your pile. If the Shadakite message resonated with you, then that means this is your pile, but we always like a little double confirmation. Spirit, who's in pile 4? Who's in pile 4? If any of these things resonate with you, or if they've shown up in your life recently, then that could mean that this is your reading. Who's in pile 4? Who's in pile 4? Pile 4. Who's in pile 4? Anybody else in pile 4? Anybody else in pile 4? Okay. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. All right. We've got Caribbean Queen, No More Love on the Run by Billy Ocean. That's a song. We've got We're Going to Be Friends by the White Stripes. It's another song. The number 6, so that could be like the month of June. That could be your lucky number. You might be like seeing 66, 666 somewhere. Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy by Big and Rich. You could have 6 people in your family. 6 could be your lucky number. Real Love by Mary J. Blige. So for any of these songs, you might have like heard them recently, or they might be like your favorite song, or somebody talked to you about them recently. Lose My Breath by Destiny's Child. We've got Fire Signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Location by Khalid. John Wick. All right, we love John Wick. That's that movie series starring Keanu Reeves. DJ Tambi from Ink Master. He is a tattoo artist. Baby Girl Lisa, that's from 90 Day Fiance. Boys in the Hood, that's a movie. We've got karaoke. Ooh, maybe you like to sing karaoke. Maybe you recently went. Maybe we're planning to go. 12-12. So 6 and 12 together. Interesting. 12-12 could be a date. That could be a time. So December 12th. Red Hot Chili Peppers. We have International. All right, so we both have Baby Girl Lisa from 90 Day Fiance and International here. We've got New Blood. That is also like the subtitle of the new Dexter show. Taste by Tyga featuring Offset. And we've got Pranks, Punked. So maybe you really like Pranks, or maybe you used to watch Punked a lot back in the day. We've got The Majesties by Tiffany Sao. Okay, so if any of those things are familiar to you, if they resonate with you in any way, if you've heard of them recently, if they're songs, or maybe they're like a favorite of yours or something like that, then that is confirmation that this is your reading. Okay then. So, speaking of Shadakite and the message about the inner knowing and everything, when I first started filming this pile, I was like, maybe I should change my battery, because I can't see on the screen if it says that it needs to be changed, but I just kind of feel like maybe it needs to be changed. Wouldn't you know it, the battery died right as I was filming that. So definitely a sign about the inner knowing, and I love that for us. But okay, let's see. I did pre-pull you guys a couple of cards, And then we're going to be using this archetypes deck to tell you about yourself. Because of course the topic, what would a tarot reader say about you? So we've got this one animal card, the animal spirit card, and we've got these two kind of like feelings cards from the mermaid deck. So animal card, we've got mouse. Oh, mice are so cute. Yes, a lot of people think they're dirty, but my best friend when I was younger, she actually had like a pet rat. I know a rat and a mouse are very different things, but and she really loved them, and she said they made great pets. So maybe that resonates with you somehow. But mouse, this makes me just think that you are just like so sweet and so cute. Not necessarily like so small, right? But you could be a little bit shy. You might be the type of person who runs away from things a little bit, or is like afraid of getting hurt or something like that. You could also be very sneaky. Some sneaky energy possibly going on here. But I just got like the cutest little surge of energy here with the mouse, especially like with all the little lights around. Oh, I just love that. How cute is that? The mouse. Okay. And now I'm thinking about like if you give a mouse a cookie, right? That's just so cute. So cute. We got dive deep. Okay, interesting. And patience. Ooh. Okay, so it's making me think about not only if you give a mouse a cookie, like he's gonna ask for a glass of milk, right? It's like the mouse keeps like building up and asking for all these things bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And he's patient until he gets the thing that he really, really wants. But real mice in real life, like a lot of the time they will wait until like everybody's out of the room before they make their move, right? They're not gonna like run out in the middle of the floor while everybody is out and about. You know, they're going to be patient and kind of like wait their turn, wait to see when their opportunity is. So I love that for you. I'm gonna go ahead and light us a new incense because my incense just went out. So you can use this to manifest if you'd like. Spirit, may pile 4 manifest all of the good things that come with this incense. May we all manifest all of the beautiful, beautiful things and beautiful properties that this incense has and holds for us. Yay. Okay, cool. Okay, a little cleansing action here. Let's do that. Okay. Love that. Dive deep. Mice often come in like, don't they come in like big families or something? I don't know where I got that from, but I'm also thinking about Ratatouille now. Ratatouille. Okay, so yeah, I think that you might be the type of person who is like willing to kind of wait a long time to get to know somebody. Whether that means that you are like waiting to actually meet them, or you kind of just recognize that like, you know, you can't get to know somebody based off of first impression, and you might like really enjoy having deep conversations and stuff like that, and you can take the time to do that. Much like how a teacher, you know, gets to know their students throughout the year, and they're not just going to form impressions on them based on, you know, the first week or anything like that. You know, you really like to give it time. You might really be into reading or researching, doing deep dives that way. You might get stuck in like Wikipedia wormholes a lot, where you like start searching one thing on Wikipedia, and then all of a sudden you've clicked like 8 different links, and now you're on a whole completely different topic somehow, but it all weaves together. I definitely am getting like researcher vibes, or just like somebody who really wants to know more. Probing vibes. Okay, pile 4. Who's pile 4? I think I'm joining to shuffle again. Okay, pile 4. Tell me about pile 4. Let's talk about pile 4. Who's pile 4? All right, we got wallflower. That makes so much sense with like mice living in the walls. Don't they usually live in the walls? And I just got that the flash from that book, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. That's also a movie. We got fire signs, so you could have a lot of energy. Mice have a lot of energy. They like stay awake at night really late, and they make a lot of noise. We have Pisces, so you could have Pisces in your big 3. That could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or you might have like a Pisces stellium. Sagittarius, same thing. Fire sign here. And also like with this, it's making me think about like you really know what you want. Like a mouse, they can use their nose and they sniff out like, here's exactly where the food is. I'm gonna come out of the wall right over here, and I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna get the food that's right here, and then I'm gonna go back, right? So they know exactly what they're looking for. I love that. Okay, What else was I thinking about? Like Fievel Goes West or something? We didn't get this slip. I do have a slip in the bowl from Mike's Mike, but he has this whole video where he talks about like the rodent agenda of like 2009 or something. I don't remember what the year was, but he just like talked about all these movies where it was starring like rodents, like mice and groundhogs and stuff like that. And it just was so funny. Shout out to Mike's Mike. I love you. All right, Sagittarius, Pisces. So this could be something to do with like winter. You might really like winter. You might like getting cozy in the winter. And it's funny I just said that because Medusa came out and she's known to like freeze people. She has the power to like freeze people. So you might really be like really enjoy wintertime. You can also be just like a type of person who people might be scared of you. Because even though mice are so tiny and small, people can really be scared of them. They might get really scared of you for some reason. So you might have that power over people. Interesting. What can you tell me about Pile 4? Spirit, tell us about Pile 4. We got Aquarius. That's another like winter time. Well, at least here in the northern hemisphere it is. In the southern hemisphere, like my Australian fave, Mike's Mike, then that would be summertime for you. But I'm getting northern hemisphere vibes with the whole frozen thing, like Medusa. What else? Don Juan. Ooh, okay. So you might have had a lot of relationships. You might have had a lot of people interested in you. You might be a little bit of a playa. Got that playa energy. Okay. Yeah, people might just find you really attractive. People might think you're really cute, like I was talking about cuteness earlier. Loner, Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi. That could be a song you like, but yeah, you might like spending a lot of time alone. We got that wallflower here energy. You could be very dreamy with the Pisces. You could like to travel with Sagittarius here. And Aquarius does kind of rule over like groups and stuff like that, but Aquarius is also very unconventional. So you might have like an unconventional way of thinking or dressing or acting, behaving. We have Priestess. Ooh. People could come to you for advice, or you could just have like a spiritual streak to you. You could really identify with the High Priestess card of the tarot. Little Red Riding Hood is definitely coming to mind here, so maybe that was like a story you liked at some point. But also I think you just kind of have like, you're mysterious. You like have not like a lot to hide, but maybe you like to hide, especially with the mouse here. Like I said, they stay hidden most of the time and they come out like when it's safe to come out. So yeah. Detective. Ooh, I did talk about the researcher. I said that you might really be into research. Interesting. Was that with you guys? Yeah, it was. Okay. Visionary. Ooh, and she's got this like little eye thingy here. Okay, visionary. So yeah, I think that you have a way of thinking that most people would not understand. I did talk about, being unconventional with the Aquarius energy. So you might have like a very interesting beliefs or thoughts about the future. I was about to say something about like conspiracy theorists, like the whole flat earth thing, but I don't think that, I don't know. I'm not gonna, the earth is round, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I did say Wikipedia wormhole. You could be one of those people who like gets into, conspiracy and like really goes in deep into the conspiracy wormhole. And if that's you, you do you, boo. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to say certain stuff. Leo. Okay, so we have 2 fire signs here. Leo, you could be really proud. You could have great hair. You could be, I just heard a little loud and obnoxious. We have lover. Oh, I did talk about how people probably have a lot of crushes on you with Don Juan here, so you could be really good in the bedroom. You might be like a really good kisser or something. Libra. Okay, I think that you do have like a sense of justice, and you also like people to have like fair portions of stuff. You're very interested in people getting their fair share. Okay, with this mouse here, I love that too. It's just making me think of like Ratatouille, how his cousin, the other rat, I don't remember. So there's Remy, the main rat, and then his cousin, whose name I'm not remembering. He would always like eat a whole bunch of stuff. And it's about sharing. Sharing is caring. All right, we got Wizard. Okay, so like I said, mystical, you could be into magic, you could be into using the elements, like fire in magic, you could be doing like candle magic or whatever. What else, Spirit? Tell me about pile 4. Ooh, intuitive. All right. So even if you just were able to like intuitively check this pile, like pick this pile that's, you know, intuitive. We talked here with Shadowkite about being able to trust your intuition and being able to trust yourself as your own inner teacher, trust your inner knowing, okay? So I think that you either are really good at that or you're working on that. What else, Spirit, for pile 4? We just got Shadow King. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Shadow King, Wallflower, Loner, Mouse. You definitely are the type of person who prefers to be, and then this priestess here with her hood on, I think that you prefer to be inconspicuous. You don't really love to be the center of attention, okay? I think that you would rather be like a face in the crowd because you feel a little bit more comfortable that way. We got Lilith, so definitely like that dark feminine energy here, dark masculine energy here, okay? Traveler. I did mention travel with Sagittarius. Performer. Okay, yeah, you might kind of feel, you might either be like a really good performer, and I did mention the whole like fire, hula hooping. Did I talk about that with you guys? I think it was this pile. I did say something about like fire, archery or fire hula hooping or something. You might be like into doing tricks with fire or just performing in some way. But you also might feel like sometimes when you have to be out in public, like it's like performative. Like you might have to put on a face or pretend a little bit to be somebody that you're not when you're around other people, and you might just prefer to like gatekeep yourself. I hear people say that a lot. It's like, I'm gonna gatekeep myself, gatekeep my personality, gatekeep my beauty, whatever, blah blah blah. And maybe it's just because you don't feel like getting to know people like that. You don't want people to know you like that, because you do have Loner, Wallflower here too. And I did just get like a weird little flash of like counterculture, but sometimes in like a little bit of a toxic way. Okay, so this could be, and again, I'm not here to judge anybody, but like there might be like secret misogyny here, or secret like pickup artistry here, or secret beliefs that you know are not accepted in wider society that you could really be committed to. And you know, if that's you, I don't support it, but do you, boo, okay? I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm just here to read the energy, okay? What else? We have wounded. Yeah, somebody may have really hurt you in the past, and you could be trying to get past that. We've got famous here. Interesting. So we got famous in another pile. I think it was pile 2. But this could be about you having a lot of followers, or dreaming maybe of being famous despite being a loner, despite being a wallflower. You might have like big dreams of maybe sharing your knowledge with the world. It's almost also thinking of like with Shadowkite and the whole teacher thing, like the teacher is kind of the center of the universe of the classroom, right? They're the famous person of the classroom. All the students know them and all the students love them usually, right? Especially if it's like younger people who are less experienced. So it could be famous like within like a small circle. It doesn't have to be like world famous, but it could be like well known within a small circle. So you might be well known to other people. But we did get introvert here, which is why I'm not saying like it doesn't have to be like on a large scale that people know you. But you remind me, like this makes me think of like somebody who might have like a podcast, or somebody who might be like Twitter fingers, you know, out here on Twitter. You could love to troll people, or you could just really love to go on Twitter and say your opinions, or you could be on TikTok and sharing your opinions and stuff like that. I'm getting that kind of energy, whether you believe in the things that you're saying or not, you know. Femme fatale. I've gotten that card in actually a couple of these readings. So this could just like be telling me that my channel could attract people who, you know, they want what they want, and they're gonna do what they need to do. It's like very much this wanted, dead or alive, like I'm gonna get what I want type of energy. And femme fatale is like very seductive. They draw people in. They can have an element of danger about them. It could be like, you know, you don't want to get involved with me. And then the other person's like, but I can't help it. I love you, right? You could be very into like the film noir kind of situation. Yeah, okay. Water. You could really be into water. This could be water signs, or it could just be like you love swimming, or being by the water, being near the water. You love the beach, you love the pool, that kind of thing. Maybe you've like traveled all across the world to like different beaches or something, or you would love to do that. That could be something you're into, especially since the shadow kite does kind of like look like a little mini globe in a way. I just had the vision of somebody who like travels to surf. And then that made me think of Veronica Mars, which I got to kind of with the femme fatale piece. Veronica Mars, like her boyfriend Logan, he was really into surfing, and he would like travel to different places to go on surf trips and stuff. I don't know why that just came up, but yeah. Saboteur. Okay, yeah. This is definitely giving me the idea of like if you had to sabotage somebody, you might be okay with that. It doesn't mean that that's not a bad thing. Again, I'm not judging anybody. I'm just reading the energy here. Like, you know, if you had to sabotage somebody, you might be okay with it. It makes me think about Big Brother, the TV show, where they're like, people get backdoored and, you know, they have all these secret alliances and stuff, and you might have to, you know, turn against your alliance or whatever, right? You might be okay with that. I'm definitely getting kind of like cutthroat energy a little bit. Especially with Shadow King here. What else can you tell me about pile 4? I think that you're the type of person who comes off as really meek and mild, but you do scare people a little bit, like I said, with the mouse energy here. Like, you could be all of this, like, wrapped up in, like, a really cute little package, okay? All of this wrapped up in a really unassuming type of package, okay? Where people might not guess any of these things about you, but really inside you're, like, a little bit savage, okay? All right, let's see. What else am I getting for pile 4? We've got Fire, Pisces, Sagittarius, Medusa, Don Juan. Yeah, you could be the type of person who, like, if somebody has a crush on you or if somebody kind of, like, falls for you, you might get them to, like, do a whole bunch of stuff for you. And that's not bad. Again, I want you to know I'm not judging you. That's not bad. You might just get them to do a whole bunch of stuff for you to like prove their love. It's almost like when on Parks and Recreation, when April and Andy first started getting together, April gave Andy like a whole like long ass list of stuff, like do all of these things and then I'll think about dating you, right? And so he's like running around Pawnee trying to do a million things for her, including like picking her sister up and all these other stuff. I don't even remember what else was on the list, but it was a million things. I definitely get that from you. You could also have like self-sabotaging energy here due to the whole wounded thing. And then I also think because like you do have this performer side to you, you could have a lot of talent, be really, really talented, but you might feel like your introvertedness could sabotage you a little bit, okay? So I definitely see that for you, you know, with the Shadow King too and the Wallflower that came out. It's okay to try and move past those things if that's like naturally who you are, if that's really what you want to do. If you wanted to be, for example, a famous performer, right, with like a femme fatale and a Leo type of energy as your public persona, it could be that you decide to like create an alter ego or something like that, right? You might be that type of person to create something out of nothing with this wizard here. Alter ego type of energy. Yeah. What did we have here? Dive deep and patience. Yeah, I think that you're willing to play the long game. And I almost heard like long con. You're willing to take a long time to kind of get what you want, you know? If you have to wait for a few months or a few years even, you might be willing to do that in order to get what you want. Because you are a visionary and like you see your vision and you want it to come to fruition and you'll put in the work, put in the time and do what you need to do in order to get there. But I think at the end of the day, like you're on your own side and you're not really on anybody else's side. It's like Sawyer from Lost. Like Sawyer's on his own team. Team Sawyer, okay? If you haven't seen it, I'm gonna plug Mike's mic again. He's started to do a recap of Lost, so you can go watch that. But it's a great show. Great show. Anyway, Mike Spike, if you're watching my channel, shout out to you. Love you. Anyway, Shadow King is just really making me think that you prefer to keep your plans a secret. You don't like other people to know what you're going to do, but you do have a very pinpointed goal. You know exactly what your goal is. You know you have the tools to achieve it. And you're going to go around, you know, treating everybody fair, treating everybody, I want to say like nice and kind, because Libras kind of do have that reputation. But I think secretly on the inside, you're a little bit more devious than people would expect. And that could be coming from like this dark feminine, Shadow King wounded place. But it also, I think, could just be coming from people underestimating you and you having big goals and you being like a lot deeper of a person than people give you credit for. Okay, you're very observant. You really want to figure things out with this detective card here, the deep dive here. I think that you like to explore the like unexplainable. So you could be really into things like cryptids and cryptozoology and stuff like that, right? You might be into like watching shows like Mythbusters or the Ancient Aliens or whatever, right? That kind of thing. So yeah, okay, Pile 4, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If it resonated with you, of course, it's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Not every single message here was for everybody, right? But if it resonated with you at all, definitely let me know. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you chose the Sunstone card, this is going to be your reading. Sorry guys, I was thirsty. All right, let's talk about the Sunstone. The Sunstone crystal, very powerful crystal. It's connected to your solar plexus chakra, and it is kind of a hint that if you haven't done any breath work lately, you might want to. There are lots of breath work videos on YouTube, and they can definitely be very helpful. This stone is all about encouraging you to step into your power in every aspect of life. Of course, it draws energy of the sun, obviously, so there could be some Leo energy around you since the sun rules Leo. And this is a stone for transformation and aligning you to your self-empowerment. Ooh, we love that. This helps you create strength and courage. It enhances your leadership qualities and your ability to listen to your higher guidance. So you could be better connected with your higher self as a result of interacting with the Sunstone. It helps you to dissolve any frustration that may be in your life. It could activate a rebirth within you. And it could also get you to get away from any feelings of like low energy or lacking direction or lacking clarity in your life. So if you've been giving your power away to other people, this could help you to call that power back. It also really is like a very active type of stone, so it might give you the energy to dance a little bit. You will stop being afraid of rejection from other people. You're going to stop compromising yourself if you work with this stone, and you're going to know exactly what to say and how to say it diplomatically so that you can still get what you want, even if you have to be honest and maybe, like I said, turn some people down or not compromise on your morals, your values, or your desires. This is such a great stone for manifestation and transformation, and I love that for you. All right, let's also get some secondary confirmation from our identifiers here. So if the Sunstone message resonated with you, that's awesome. This is just going to be secondary confirmation. If the Sunstone message didn't resonate with you, then your confirmation may come from these here. Spirit, who's in pile 5? Who are my pile 5 people? We're going to find out what a tarot reader would tell them about themselves. Who's in pile 5? These are just little things that will help me or help you to know for sure that this is your pile. So some of these things could be relevant to you. They might have shown up in your life recently. They could be significant to you somehow. But yeah, Spirit, anybody else in pile 5? Anybody else in pile 5? Anybody else deep in there in pile 5? All right, cool. Pile 5, you're a small pile. All right. We had like a million. We probably had like 5 times this in pile 1. All right, tea ceremony. So you could really love tea. Maybe that's your jam. You might like to eat jam like on scones at tea or something. That is also meant to be like Chinese tea ceremony, or it could be like you do tea parties a lot if you have children or something. You might do tea parties with them. Monopoly, definitely getting like game, playing, playful energy here. Monopoly. That also reminds me of that Ariana Grande song with Victoria Monet, Monopoly. Kiki's Delivery Service, that's an animated movie. So yeah, the sun also rules over children, so there's like a little bit of like playful childish energy coming here. Counting Crows, it's a band. Thinking of that song Accidentally in Love from Shrek. Privacy, so you might have had some privacy concerns recently, or maybe you like upped your privacy settings or something. Change your privacy settings on one of your apps. Good by Better Than Ezra, that's a song. We've got Drama. So there's like a little band, like I think it's like an electronic duo or something called Drama, so you might know some of their songs. Or I'm thinking about Johnny Drama from Entourage. He's Vince's brother on Entourage. Ted Mosby, main character on How I Met Your Mother. We have Helena by My Chemical Romance. The number 9. So that could be the month of September. Your favorite number could be 9. You might be seeing 999. You could have like 9 people in your family. Maybe you live in like apartment 9 or on the 9th floor. The date, you could be born on the 9th. Yeah, I don't know. A whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, that song by Willow called 9. I think it's like Willow and SZA maybe. Famous last words. Interesting. So maybe you heard somebody say that or you saw that somewhere. All right. Let me write these down in my tarot journal and I'm going to come back with our cards. Yay. All right. Pile 5. I did pre-pull a few cards here. 3 to be exact, and then we're going to get into the archetypes here for me to tell you about yourself. I haven't looked at these cards yet, so I don't know what they are. We've got an animal card here, and we have 2 kind of like feelings cards from my mermaid deck. So this one is the elk. Ooh, the elk is like fatherly energy, so you might be an actual daddy. I did talk about, or just a parent in general, I guess. I did talk about how there's like a lot of like child energy here, and like a lot of playfulness. So you might be a parent or like an aunt or an uncle who really enjoys playing with their nieces, nephews, children, whatever it may be. Definitely getting that energy here. Very like responsible, you know, willing to fight if you need to, especially with that empowerment here on this Sunstone card. Willing to fight if you really need to. Willing to, you know, make a sacrifice, lose an antler if need be in order to, you know, protect what's important to you. Very strong energy here. We've got truth. All right, so yeah, honesty is really important to you. And then we have love. Oh, that's very sweet. So yeah, you're definitely a very loving person. You want to shine a light on everything, especially with that sunstone here. You definitely believe honesty is the best policy. You want to shine a light around everyone and just make everybody feel loved and make sure that everybody knows how you feel about them. I think you're one of those people who maybe like gets drunk and tells their friends like, I love you so much. And your friend's like, yeah, we know. Oh, I love that. I love that. This is like very joyful, very, very joyful energy. And I think that you'll also tell people the truth even if it hurts them. That kind of energy too as well. All right, let's see. Let's tell pile 5 about themselves. Spirit, what do we have about pile 5? Who's pile 5? What is pile 5's characteristics? Spirit, who's pile 5? Got loner, wanted, dead or alive. So you could be really into Bon Jovi. Whenever I see that card, it makes me think of that. But you could also just like enjoy spending a lot of time alone, or your alone time is really precious to you, I would say. Libra, so you may have Libra in your chart somewhere. I did say earlier with truth, this also reminds me of justice, the justice card. So like you could really be about making sure things are fair and equitable for people, or making sure everybody does tell the truth so that you can, see the situation as clearly as possible. Famous, that card came out in the last 2 piles. I don't understand, because it's not like every person who watches my channel is famous. Like, that's very strange. But you might be like the apple of somebody's eye. I've kind of been taking it, especially if you are a parent, like your children might really look up to you and really revere you. You also could be like well known either in your industry, in your sphere, on social media, in the world. Maybe you are genuinely famous. Who knows? Maybe you just like have like a celebrity look about you. You might be the type of person that people like randomly want to take pictures with, that happens to hot people all the time. So maybe you're like a zaddy hot, pile 5, or like cougar mama hot, MILF hot. Romantic, oh, that's so sweet. Romantic energy. You also could really like The Bachelor. Wasn't that person has a rose? Or like, reminds me of like Sleeping Beauty or Beauty and the Beast. Saboteur. Ooh, interesting. That red dress, there's like a lot of passion here. I think that you could have some self-sabotaging tendencies, especially since we talked about empowerment before. Or you might not be afraid of sabotaging somebody else. I did say like you would fight even if it meant that you lost something important to you. Earth, Capricorn. So there's definitely like very responsible energy here, especially with that elk. Very responsible energy. You can also be really good with money. Creator, could be very artistic. You might have a creative streak to you. Let's see, what else could come out? Yeah, you could be very talented, especially with famous and creator here. Ooh, interesting. I just also got like recluse a little bit, the loner. Cancer energy. So this also makes me think of like actual illness. So there may be some sort of like sickness or illness involved, but that is meant to be like the Cancer sign, like the zodiac sign. Tell me about pile 5. Who's in pile 5? What can we tell pile 5 about themselves? What would a tarot reader say about pile 5? Anything else about pile 5? Yeah, there we go. All right. Medusa. Oh, yeah. I think that you have the ability to scare people. You're like very loving, and like you really value your home life. But I think you kind of have the ability to be a little scary if you need to, which I alluded to with the elk. And especially I think if you're a parent, like sometimes, you need that energy. Of course, we don't want our kids, I mean, I don't have any children, but of course you don't want your kids to, be scared of you often. But I do think sometimes, you can, like, it's like how you tell them that they're going to get coal for Christmas or whatever, right? Like you might want to use fear a little bit to put them in line. Nothing too crazy or too serious, but, if you're not nice, then Santa's not going to bring you a present. Caregiver. Yeah, you're very caring. You're very giving. I don't think that you would ever like intentionally want to make anybody like genuinely fearful of you. I think that, you would prefer, if the choice was between being feared and being loved, I think you would prefer being loved, right? But you definitely know how to shoot people like a quick stop it kind of stare, right? Or a quick stare that like makes them want to stop whatever they're doing, even if they're not a child, right? Even if they're not a child, the people definitely take your looks very seriously. What else? Pile 5. What can we say about pile 5? All right, achiever. Ooh, okay, high achiever over here. You could also just be really into fitness, really into the gym. I did say like zaddy type of energy. You could have a 6-pack. Since we've got 2 guys here with 6-pack abs, both of these cards depict that. Okay, so yeah, we love that. Could be very health conscious as well. You could also just be like a high earner, high achiever type of person. You could have been really good at school. School could have been like really important to you. If you are a parent, you might put, you know, those expectations on your children for them to achieve at school as well. Admirer. Okay, we got that rose again. Same rose. This rose here. Same rose. You are super, so like a super romantic person. You might take a long time to like come to somebody and tell them that you like them, but like when you have a crush on somebody, it is strong. Okay, strong crush energies here. Ooh, okay. I'm getting like, maybe it's like a high school sweetheart, like married your high school sweetheart kind of energy. This energy feels really masculine to me. I guess it's because of the elk, but you know, you don't have to be a guy. You could be a girl or a non-binary person. We got visionary. So yeah, you know exactly what you want. You have big dreams and you know exactly what you want in life. Reunion. I just said high school sweetheart and now we got reunion. So you might have, you know, a lot of friends who you've known for a long time, or you could have like a lover who you've known from the past or something like that. Past life. Why am I so good at this? Oh my goodness, I love that for me. High roller. Okay, and more abs. We've got more abs. So you could be like really into your ab roller if that is like a tool that you use. That just got to me. But also you might be into gambling, or you might really just want to like live the finer, like with the finer things in life. So you might, you know, be like, it doesn't matter how much it costs, I'm going to do it anyway. And I did say with the elk also that like, if you want something, you're willing to lose in order to get it. So you might be the type of person who's like, you know, let me take that risk with the high roller. High risk, high reward. Addict. Oh, you might have a gambling addict in the pile. If you have a family, you've got to be really careful with that kind of thing. Okay. We have Don Juan. Okay, playa energy. You might have had like a lot of girlfriends or boyfriends or partners in the past. I don't know if you're committed to somebody at the moment, but I don't know. You could really just enjoy your single life if you're not committed to anybody at the moment. But, you know, I do think you're a lover with the love here, right? And I think that you always, if you are in multiple relationships at once, like you are very honest about it and you tell everybody the truth. You know, you're not like hiding it from people. We do have trickster here. I don't want to take that back, what I just said. But I forgot we had trickster. I don't want to take it back, but maybe I should take it back. You might not tell the whole truth, but I don't know. We have truth and we have trickster, so oof, that's a tough dichotomy. Maybe you're like trying to figure out what's the right line. I did give that example earlier about like the whole Santa thing. Like Santa might bring you coal for Christmas if you're not good, which is a lie, right? But I guess it's like a lie for a good reason. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about that. I don't have kids, like I said. Would I tell my kids about Santa? I don't know. I'm not a parent. I'm not a parent. I can't make those choices. All right, let's see. Pisces. That's like very dreamy energy that goes with the visionary here. What else? Anything else about Pile 5? Anything else about Pile 5? We got beauty. Okay, yeah, you're a super hottie. Okay, you're extremely hot. Whoever you are, people are like fawning over themselves to get to you. You could just be very muscular. You could spend a lot of time in the gym. We got all this, like I'm just seeing muscles everywhere. We got here, these back muscles here. Okay, you can have great hair. Both of these people have great hair. You know, all of this, great hair. More gym here. You might dress really well. Like I said, you might dress like a celebrity, or people might like want to take photos with you or something like that. I do believe you are a very caring person, but you also really value your alone time, as I said before, but like you will allow people to come in and come towards you if you feel like you can get something from them, if it's worth your time, if the time spent with them is going to be better than the time spent alone. There could be like a sex and love addiction here, maybe like a gambling addiction or something like that. It doesn't have to be that serious, but you may have had sort of like issues with that in the past. I could see that. With this trickster energy, there's a lot of cigars. on the table. We got it here, we got it here. So you could really be into smoking. And the trickster energy could be just like a idea of maybe not being like the most trustworthy. Even if you do tell the truth, it might be like one of those situations where people tell the truth so that they can't be blamed for something, and not necessarily because it's like in the other person's best interest. Okay. But I am getting like just really like I wanted to say genuine energy from you. So it's like this trickster card is throwing me off. Maybe that's the point of it. Maybe there's like something about you that throws people off a little bit. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what it's about, because you do seem like it's like you have these two sides to you. And you know what? If the addict thing is true, then like that could be why, because the elk came in with like such like responsible energy, right? And then we had truth, and we had love, and we had Cancer, who's like really, really concerned about the home, and we had the Sunstone, which is all about, you know, achieving your goals and stuff like that. And we had Capricorn, which is like so responsible, and all these other things. But then we have like this like saboteur, trickster energy, loner. And so I do kind of think there could be like the Don Juan. There could be kind of like two sides to you. It's not like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde necessarily, but it is like maybe you indulge a little bit too much, you take a little bit too many risks, and all of a sudden this other side of you kind of like comes out. Okay. And that could have been in a past life. It might not be who you are now. Could have been like you're in recovery now possibly, and you know, you've left that life behind you, but there is still that side to you there. And if that's not the case of the recovery thing, then like, you know, you could be actively in this situation. And you might have a lot of people who are surprised. You could have a pattern of self-sabotage, okay? You might be, because you're really attractive, you might be kind of like used to getting what you want. And that could be the trickster energy, where like, you know that you can manipulate people, but you choose honesty and you choose the path of love, okay? I do think that you are inherently a person who wants to do the right thing. And I do think that you are inherently a good person, but you know, we all have our demons and stuff like that. So you may have a tendency with Pisces here to get caught up in certain things and certain mindsets, and kind of like get lost in the sauce, or kind of run away, like going with the flow so much that you get like carried away, right? Yeah. Okay, all right, Pile 5. I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If it resonated, then go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. This is a general reading for many, many people. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Hi there, Pile 6. Last but not least, save the best for last. If you chose this diopside crystal card, this is going to be the reading for you. I just want to say thank you so much for joining me here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you feel so called. And let's talk about this diopside crystal. This crystal is connected to the heart chakra. It is also very deeply aligned with the heart of Earth. It can guide you into the inner chambers of your heart to let you know who you truly are, finding your true essence, okay? So we're talking about self-love here. We're talking about authenticity, okay? You can feel oneness with the earth, oneness with all of creation, oneness with the universe. And this is all about divine love, nurturing, finding grounding, balance, and deep, deep feminine energy. This can also help you with unresolved mother wounds, okay? So if you consider yourself to be a person with mommy issues, then this could help, okay? And I'm not saying that lightly. So I also want you to think about openness and receiving your true self, receiving yourself as you come. It's like that Nirvana song, Come As You Are. You can explore your childhood issues and work on repairing your inner child here. And it can also help you identify trauma carried from the womb. So that's like whether it's your mother's womb or if you have your own womb, it can help you with trauma from there as well. Okay. So this is all about survival, what we need emotionally to survive on this earth. Okay. You may feel unconnected, but this stone is here to remind you that you're actually always connected. So that is all about grounding and finding support in your life from the people who, and your surroundings, from the people in your surroundings who are genuinely there for you, okay? If you've been feeling lethargic, disconnected, or if you've just been needing some guidance, this stone can be very, very helpful. And it helps you to reconnect with your roots and also to the earth. So it encourages you to spend some time in nature and to revitalize yourself. I'm thinking of this song. Oh my goodness, I'm forgetting who it's by. I'll put it in the description box for you guys, but it's called like Every Little Cell. I think it's like every little cell in my body is healthy. Every little cell in my body is well. It's like a little affirmation, but it's beautiful. So yeah, if I can remember, I will put that in the description box for you guys. This could also help you with any unresolved issues, not only with your own mother, but if you are a parent or if you are a mother specifically, it could help you with some unresolved issues around that too. So this is all about unconditional love. I love that for you. Heart chakra. Okay. Oh, and also you can help the earth too, Mother Earth being here. So this could be like a reminder for you to recycle, break down your cardboard boxes, go plant a tree, collect some trash, that kind of thing. Okay, cool. So we're going to use that as one of our confirmations. And then we're going to also use this bowl. Let me shake it up a little bit. Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them. And we're going to get secondary confirmation from here. Spirit, who is in pile 6? These identifiers should be familiar to you or resonate with you, significant to you somehow. Maybe they showed up in your life recently, or maybe they were deeply significant from a time past. Who's in pile 6? While I'm doing this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Pile 6. Anybody else in pile 6? Who's in pile 6? Nobody? Okay. Oh, anybody? Okay, cool. All right, pile 6, we have blueberries. Oh, okay. Maybe you ate some blueberries today. Maybe you like live near a blueberry farm. I don't know. Honey by Kuka, the medicine remix. Interesting. Drew Barrymore. Oh, I'm also thinking of this other song called Let Me Be Medicine. I don't know how to say the name of the musical group, like Equanimous, I think is who it is. Drew Barrymore by SZA. So, speaking of, mother stuff. We got Love by Tiana Taylor featuring Ms. Lauryn Hill. And then also on SZA's album, she includes a lot of like recordings of her grandmother. So definitely we're getting like mother generational bonds, broken bonds with mothers, things like that. That song, I'm feeling like really strong connection to this song with this reading right now. Key tattoo. So maybe you have one, maybe you saw somebody with one, something like that. Maybe you're thinking about getting one. What About Your Friends by TLC. Ooh, this is like about to be a super deep pile, isn't it? We'll see. Kiki Palmer. Baby, that's Kiki Palmer. She just became a mom recently. And then we have Aaron Taylor Johnson. He is a young dad. He just came out with this at the time of me filming this anyway. Just came out with this interview that he did. Where he was talking about how he's really happy that he was a young dad. Okay, interesting. We've got Ballet Slippers, which is, of course, ballet, but that's also a nail polish color by OPI. Vietnam. So maybe you have family from Vietnam. Maybe you were recently planning a trip to Vietnam or something like that. We've got Cheers, Drink to That by Rihanna. Also recently became a mom. Again, she just had her second kid at the time of me filming this anyway. And then we have Mike's Mike. That's another YouTube channel. Love him. He's an Australian YouTuber. He does a lot of like TV show recaps and rankings, just random stuff. Love him. Shout out to him. I was actually talking about him a lot on, I want to say like pile 3. I don't remember why I was talking about him so much, but shout out to Mike's Mike. We love you. All right, cool. Let me write these down in my tarot journal, and then I'm going to come back with our cards. All right, pile 6. So I did pre-pull a couple of cards. 3, I guess, is a few, not a couple. And then we've got this archetypes deck that we're going to use to tell you about yourself. And the question, we know, what would a tarot reader say about you? So we've got this animal spirit card, and we've got some emotion cards here. So for the animal spirit, we have moth, which immediately makes me think of like moth to a flame. I also am thinking about like the moth storytelling, so you could be a really good storyteller. But moth to the flame just makes me think that either you are very attractive or you are like easily attracted. That's not a bad thing, but easily attracted to things, or you might like have a short attention span and go towards like kind of shiny things. Okay, acceptance here and relaxation. Ooh, you're gonna be very chill vibes. Okay, with acceptance and relaxation, giving me kind of like it is what it is kind of energy. You're like whatever, it is what it is, don't care. Sorry guys, that's my dog. He is very not chill. He's the exact opposite of you guys. But yeah, this moth is also so beautiful. There's a lot of green here, even in this card. So you might love the color green. That might be a power color for you. But also like the moth has like these beautiful slender tails coming off. So you might have like really beautiful legs. I got that message in another pile too, beautiful legs. Maybe that was also pile 3. I don't remember. I don't know. You guys might be connected to pile 3. And if it's not pile 3, it's another pile. Sorry about that. Anyway, we're going to be doing these cards. I wish I remembered exactly which pile it was, but I've been doing these readings now for so long that I just cannot recall. Anyway, Spirit, tell me about pile 6. Who's in pile 6? Who are the people in pile 6? Tell me about pile 6. We've got, ooh, lots of cards here. Beauty. Love it. I told you, you guys have nice legs. Beauty. Performer. Oh, okay. So you might really love to show off your talent. We got famous and we got vampire. I don't know why famous has come out for like the last 4 piles. That's so strange to me. I don't get it. I'm never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Do 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 do. That's that song by In Vogue. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know why that card has kept coming out, but okay, you could be very talented. You could be a super talented performer. Whatever it is that you do. I was thinking about that song, Moth to a Flame. I don't remember what that song is called. Like a moth to a flame. I don't remember. I'll have to think about it. Shadow Queen. Alright, interesting. This could also be like drag queen performer energy. Don Juan. Very, very sexy. People definitely have crushes on you. You might have a lot of options in dating. Aries. Dominant. I just thought dominatrix. Possibly. Okay, interesting. What else? Who's pile 6? Extrovert. Okay, alright. Extroverted energy. So yeah, you definitely could enjoy being on stage or being in control. Okay. We have reunion. So you might have a lot of friends from your past, or you might just have like a partner you know from your past who you've known for a long time. Who else is in pile 6? We got Secret Love. That came out, I want to say maybe in pile 4. Secret Love. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting like dominatrix energy. Like maybe you like have a dungeon and it's like a secret dungeon and people come to you and you perform for them and you're so beautiful, but you do it in the shadows and nobody knows. So you could have like a lot of clients. I know it's a very specific message, but I'm getting that with the moth too. with acceptance, like helping people to accept who they truly are. We had that with this diopside too, like learning to accept yourself, like helping people to accept their kinks, helping people to accept what they really want. And like they get to do it in a place where they're like relaxed, where they don't have to worry about not being, or about being judged, not being accepted, right? Ooh, that's a specific message, but that's for somebody. Detective. Ooh, so you're good at investigating. You know how to get to the bottom of things, okay? Maybe somebody, you also could have been like a partner, maybe cheated on you or something like that. You found out that somebody had a secret love and you were able to go and do all of like the detective work about that. Take what resonates, leave the rest. You know, not every single message is going to be for you guys. This is a general reading. Capricorn, so you could be very good with money. You could also be, that's like giving me very domineering, very sexual energy. In the tarot, Capricorn is the zodiac sign associated with the Devil card, number 15. And the Devil card is all about, definitely about bondage, but it's also like about lust and power and that kind of stuff. Okay. Empath. Yeah, I don't know why I'm just getting such strong like dominatrix vibes here. You could be doing, you could do a lot of like mommy kinks, that kind of thing. Empath here, you are very good at being able to tell what people need just based on their energy alone. Wizard. Ooh, I'm thinking about the Wizard Liz on YouTube. I don't know why that came up in my mind, but Wizard Liz, and she's all about like self-empowerment, and she talks a lot about like ways that you can make your self-esteem higher. So you might help people with that, or you could just have really high self-esteem. Lover, so you could be really good in bed. Ooh, love that for you. Very loving person, loving personality. Achiever, so this could be about you like really taking care of your body, really like being in the gym, or you could also just like have a really high drive to like always do your best, you know. Now I'm thinking about the 4 agreements. One of them is always do your best, right? We have addict. Interesting, especially since I brought up the devil energy. That's like very much like somebody being addicted. So this could be like you make people really like addicted to you. You know, you might like know like really cool sex moves or something, make people like really addicted to you. Or you could have, you know, addictive personality yourself. Caregiver. Yeah, okay. That dominatrix vibe is so strong. Obviously that's not going to apply to every person who watches this reading. Obviously not, but caregiver, like you know how to be gentle, and you also know when to not be gentle. You know, it's like how in BDSM they always talk about how you have to have like the aftercare or whatever, and it's like after you do the scene you have to like do the cuddling. And if you spank somebody, then you can like rub it or whatever, you know, like rub the spot where you spanked them. I don't know that much about it, but I just have heard, you know, from what I hear. All right, we got admirer. So yeah, I think you have a lot of people who admire you, probably because you're so beautiful and you're so sexy. So they think that a lot of people think that you would probably be really good in bed for sure. Scorpio, that's like very possessive energy. So you could be kind of possessive. Interesting. Anybody else? Who else is pile 6? Dancer. Ooh, you could be very flexible. You could just also really like to dance. You could be a very beautiful dancer, like very graceful. People like to watch you dance possibly. So this could also be for like any of my exotic dancers in the building. Okay, so yes, I'm getting that vibe too. Love that. What else? Anything else? Who else is in pile 6? Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna put that down. Yeah, I get the feeling that there's a lot of people around who are really, really, really taken with you. Like they would love to get a chance with you, whether that is a chance at something like sexy or just a chance to have your attention. You might have a lot of people who are like addicted to your attention, okay? This is definitely like strip club energy, okay? Love that for you. You are very good. You probably like do a lot of like background checks on people, especially if these are like talking about clients and stuff. You would always do a background check on them before you ever engaged with them. And I think that you are like well known. People know about you. You might have a following. You could have like regulars who come to your place of work. And this is also giving me like findom, right? Like draining people dry with the vampire. So you might like drain people's wallets, that kind of thing. Love that for you. Yeah. But you also know, like I said, you know when to stop with the caregiver here. Secret love. You probably are not very open with a lot of people about this aspect of your life. But you might have like a lot of like long time clients if this is like a sex worker, stripper, dominatrix situation here. I love you guys. You guys are some of my favorite people in the world. Okay, what else? Yeah, okay, with Shadow Queen, it's definitely making me think that like with the secret love too. You know, you don't really tell a lot of people necessarily about the extent of your activities, maybe. You might like to keep things a little bit in the shadows, okay? But you definitely enjoy what you do with extrovert here, performer. Yeah, you definitely enjoy what you do. And I think that you find it relaxing, or it gives you the opportunity to relax a lot. You might not have to work all the time, so you might have a lot of time to relax. And now I'm thinking about Cardi B in Bodak Yellow when she says, "And I pay my mama's bills, I ain't got no time to chill." I don't feel like that's you. Maybe you do, you don't do those things, but you make time to chill, okay? But yeah, I love that you even if you're not like a sex worker or a stripper or a dominatrix or anything like that, you definitely have a very compelling aura to you, especially as like a very sexual aura for sure. But you also just make people feel relaxed and accepted in your presence, okay? You create like a very warm and welcoming space for people, and you allow them to just like be who they are, okay? Even if that's like their most like dirty and depraved self, you allow them to be who they are, which is awesome. Moth to a flame, like I said, people are definitely really enthralled by you and by your energy, okay? You might have a lot of secret admirers, especially since we have, you know, admirer here over secret love. You might have a lot of secret admirers, people that you don't even know admire you. You have a very intense aura, especially here with Scorpio. And yeah, you have the potential at least to be like a high earner, high achiever. You are always striving to be better. Like you only have competition. Your only competition is yourself. You're that type of person. And you're very caring. You love other people and you just want to, you know, do right by other people. And I think that everything that you do comes from a really good place. I love this. Everything you do comes from a really good place. That's awesome. All right, pile 6, I'm going to go ahead and leave this reading here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. I loved your energy. Love you guys. And I hope that you have a great rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to go check out my TikTok, I'm on TikTok at Empress of Fortune. The link is also in the description box. See you in the next one. Bye.